I want to welcome you back to this week's episode of Enemy of My Truth. And I'm so glad that you're here. In this episode, I'm giving you a sneak peek into one of the lessons from my new online course, Foundations of Psychic Development 101. And we're exploring the foundations of your psychic awareness through the understanding of your psychic clairs, those extensions of your natural intuition that reveal how your inner guidance speaks directly to you. And today we'll be focusing on clairaudience, the gift of clear hearing. And maybe you felt it before, a whisper in your mind, a phrase that drops in out of nowhere, or a sound that makes you pause. You might not have realized it at the time, but it was your intuition reaching you through the psychic senses of clairaudience. So, if you've ever felt that whisper, that nudge, or that sense of this feels familiar, hold on to it, because this episode just might be speaking directly to you. I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. Now let's take a look at clairaudience. Clairaudience means clear hearing. It's the psychic ability to receive intuitive information through hearing, either with your physical ears or inside your mind. You may hear words, phrases, names, or songs that feel dropped in, like you're listening inside your mind, like there's a speaker inside your mind. It often sounds like your own voice, but the message feels different. It could feel calm, clear, and sometimes unexpected. And sometimes we have a male or female energy to that voice. It still sounds like your own voice, but it feels like it has a different, energy to it. And you might hear subtle tones, ringing, buzzing, or musical notes connected to your higher self or that of spirit's presence. Key traits with clairaudience often comes through as repetitive thoughts or inner dialogue you didn't make up. And these thoughts come in, and this dialogue you might have in your head, and you might feel like you're just being distracted or you're thinking, but it feels different. It's like you did not create it. And sometimes spirit speaks through real world sounds, like overhearing a conversation or a song lyric that answers your question, like it's synchronistic. You are talking to yourself and this song pops in out of nowhere. Things like these will start to happen, in where clairaudience shows up. Again, this inner hearing, it can be an internal voice or message that you're getting. It can also be external hearing. Rarely, you may hear something as if it's outside your ear, like in your environment, like hearing your name called, or you hear distant music with there's no way that music could be playing. So to be aware of these things, and it can happen. And environmental cues, is spirit or your higher self using existing sounds to send you signs through music, through a song, through birds, through just hearing sounds or voices. And some other examples that you might experience is if you hear your name whispered when no one's there. Is that spirit or your higher self trying to get your attention? A song pops into your head with lyrics answering what you were just asking. Again, there that is, that synchronicity happening. And during meditation, you hear a clear word or phrase that gives you guidance. You're just in that meditative state and like something speaks inside your mind, or do you hear something echo in your environment in the room you're in? And a reminder, clairaudience reminds you that guidance can come in as subtle as a whisper. And the more you listen within, the clearer the messages become. I want to thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. And if what you heard today stirred something within you, that whisper, that nudge, that sense of, I already know this deep down, then take it as your sign to step further into your own abilities, your own knowing. And I invite you to explore not only Foundations of Psychic Development 101, but also Foundations of Intuition 101, which is a wonderful place to begin if you're new to this space. I look forward to working with you and being a part of your journey. You'll find all the details in the show notes. This is Enemy of My Truth, where intuition speaks and truth always rises. please take good care and much love.